bit.
Hi there, Sally. Can you tell me a little bit about your son, Harry?
Yeah, Harry is 10 years old. He has a statement of special educational needs and has a diagnosis of autism. He has been in mainstream school since reception up until year 5, where unfortunately his mainstream school couldn't meet his needs any longer. Since then we have been in battle with the local authority, to say the least, in trying to get him a specialist provision, and we are fortunate enough for him to actually be attending Baston House School in Hayes in Bromley at the moment. Yeah, people have already recognised the change in him within sort of 3 months of him being in there. We were having real issues of him in mainstream with anxiety levels sort of going through the roof and tears. And I suppose my husband and I didn't actually realise how anxious he was getting, you know, because he went through the school gates and he was happy. We assumed everything was fine. We've recently had a special report done for us by a specialist teacher. And you know, Harry was drawing sad faces at the time when he was at his primary school, and it really kind of actually made me look to think, oh my God, what have we been doing up until this period of time? Yeah, for example, he's now gone and he's got a friend and he's gone to the pictures, and sort of 3 or 4 months ago we just never thought that was actually possible.
So what about the process of sort of trying to get your son in? Do you find it quite is it anxiety provoking? And
as a parent, I think you're just faced with such a barrage of information. You're told one thing by the local authority, you're told other things by schools, specialists tell you one thing, and really and truly you just have to really know that you're going to have a battle on your hands. And I almost feel like our hands are tied sometimes, because the local authorities can put whatever time limits they want to sort of put on things, but as a parent you feel, you know, you're under pressure to get things done. Yeah, and financially as well. I mean, we've had to kind of get a lot of specialist independent reports, and you know, fortunately we're in a position to be able to do that, but sort of many parents aren't, and so then you're up against sort of another battle, because you've got to raise the finances to be able to prove your case.
So what would be your advice to parents who are going through this similar situation to yourself? What do you think that you need?
Not give up is the main thing. Have a hard shell, because you're going to be told a lot of things that you didn't really want to hear. And just be prepared, just make sure you've got all your information, and keep going, because just don't give up, because you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. They say, I mean, Harry is making great progress. I know the battle isn't over yet. In fact, you know, it's halfway there, but I know that we've got a strong enough case. We've got all the paperwork, all the therapies, everything, just to prove that he is actually in the right sort of provision. And sort of, yeah, that is my main piece of advice, just keep going.
Yeah, because a lot of parents I know that I would say possibly lost their mojo and they've been really worn down by the local authority.
And I can see that, and I at one stage was probably like it myself, because I think they kind of blind you with the science and make you feel that you're doing everything possible, and then at the last minute they pull the rug from under your feet, and you're left in a situation that you really can't do much about, because you've either run out of time or you're in that situation. So yeah, as a parent, if you're not happy, tell them you're not happy, and don't let any sort of professional sort of local authority tell you different. Just go with your gut instincts.
Okay, well I wish you luck.
Thank you.
And I hope it goes really well for you.
Thanks, Anna.
Okay.
Thank you.